Okay, so here we have the ingredients that I have set up to make my egg custard. Right here, this is 4 eggs. I mix those up. You don't need to do that because you're going to be blending them later, which I didn't even think about. Right here we have nutmeg, which is going to be sprinkled on the top of the custard before we cook it. This is 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2/3 of a cup of, I use stevia, you could use Splenda, sugar. The particular stevia that I bought, it measures cup for cup the same as sugar or stevia, or Splenda. So it's 2/3 of a cup of that stevia. And then over here we have 1 cup of milk. I used fat-free Fairlife milk because it has 13 grams of protein per cup. And then this is a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. There's 2 grams of protein in that, I believe. And then over here we have those jelly jars that I showed on an earlier video that I bought on Amazon because they're 4-ounce containers. I'm going to use those for my custard cups. And then over here we have the roasting pan that I'm going to use because you have to set the custard cups in a water about halfway up the jar and cook them. That's how you cook them. So I'm going to mix this all up. My son Wyatt is going to help. He's going to mix here. Okay, go. Hold it down. Okay, here are the custard cups ready to go in the oven. I've sprinkled the nutmeg on them. I guess you just use, I really like nutmeg, so I probably was a little generous with it. And it's in the roasting pan, and like I said, you need to have, and it needs to be hot water that you put in, and it needs to come up about halfway up the cup that you're using. I use these 4-ounce jelly jars, but normally this would make 6. So they probably are using larger, obviously larger jars than I'm using. So these are gonna go into the oven at 325 for 25 to 35 minutes. And I will edit back in when I get these out of the oven. Okay, here we have the finished product that I just pulled out of the oven. I thought I'd set the timer. I know I set the timer. These are my kids in the background, the peanut gallery.
I know I set the timer.
So apparently I didn't set the timer. I didn't hit the button or something.
Apparently.
But I think it was in there approximately a half an hour. And they look pretty good. They're supposed to be just a little bit jiggly, and they're not real jiggly, a little bit jiggly, but well, we'll find out. I'm going to take them out of the bath that they're in right now. Noise, please. And since I bought those plastic lids for my jelly jars, I'm just going to be able to cover those and put them in the fridge and use them for my lunch this week. I might let my kids have a couple of them.
Yum, yum.
All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Peace out.